Hi guys, in the previous videos we learned how to create a new document in Photoshop and how to set up our workspace. In this video I'm going to explain you how to place images into our artboard and how to organize them by layers, okay? So let's get started. The first thing you notice is that here in this place where we are going to put everything, all the content from our work is called Canvas, okay? And here on our right, I have the layers panel. I am going to double click here to collapse these panels because for now, I'm just going to focus on the layers panel, okay? So what I'm going to do is to start putting all my images here. And for that, I'm going to go to the File menu and then find this option that says Place Embedded. This will attach my image in my document. And I already have here 10 pictures of things of my favorite color, and we have to place them one at a time. So I'm going to click in this one first. I will click in place, and what you will see is the transform controls, okay? I can resize my image, and I can move it to put it or to place it wherever I want, okay? So I'm going to do that super fast. And to correctly place it on where I want to, on the right position, I can either click here on the check mark or I can enter as it just appear on the screen, okay? So for now, I'm going to click here on the check mark. And as you can see, this image is automatically placed on a layer. I'm going to do the same with the rest of my images. I think I'm going to do just 3 for the video. And I'm going to resize this one again. I'm going to place it next to it, and then I'm going to press enter or click on the check mark. I will do it one more time with the third image. Let me place, yeah, this one is okay. I will place this one. I'm going to resize it and put it over here, okay? And then I'm going to click on the check mark or enter. Now, the first tool that you need to understand how to work with is the Move tool, okay? The Move tool allows me to move, of course, my objects, but also resize them. But we have to make sure that we have these two options selected or active when using the Move tool. If you click on the image and it's not automatically selected and you cannot see the transform controls, that means that maybe you have the wrong tool active, or that these two options on the Move tool are not selected yet. Okay, so we have to make sure that these two are selected. What happens if if they are not selected? These warning will appear that you cannot use the Move tool because no layers are selected. So that's why it's important we have them both. Now, with that, we can see the transform controls, and this will allow us to resize our images and rotate them as well, okay? To set the transformation, again, we click on the check mark or we press enter. Now, one thing that you are noticing is that the M&Ms here are covering the geode that I have here, and the geode is covering the hair. This is because each one of these images is automatically placed on a different layer every time I place one, okay? So, let's move on to the layers panel so we can understand them better. If I want to bring the M&Ms behind the geode, what I have to do is to activate the M&Ms layer, click on it, and drag it. Do you see that hand? And drag it behind the other layer that I want. Now, when we find images from the internet, and we don't change the name of them, we can see that automatically the name that is put on the layers is the one from the internet. So I am going to rename my layers so I can know exactly what I have on each one of them. In this one, for example, let me click in here so that you can see that no layer is active. No layer is active. To activate the layers and edit them, I need to click on the layers to activate them. okay? So I'm going to click here on the geode, and I'm going to do double click here on the name, not in the thumbnail because it will give me another menu. I will double click here on the name, and I'm going to change the name to geode, okay? And I will do the same for the M&Ms. I'm just going to put M&Ms like that. And in this one, I will put hair, okay? Now I can know where, like the content of each layer. Another thing that you find here on the layers panel are these options at the bottom. If you want to create a new layer, maybe I'm going to type something here, or I'm going to fill this layer with a certain color. I have this button over here, that's the create new layer button. So if I click in here, I can open or I can activate a new layer. Another way is that you can go to the layer menu, click in new, and then click in layer, and the shortcut is Shift Command N or Shift Control N in Windows. Okay, so this is the shortcut, and this is the the longest way, and this is the button here on the layers panel. Now, if I made a mistake or I don't want that layer, I just want to get rid of an image or a layer, I can drag it here to the trash can, or I can simply select it and click on the trash can. When you do that, this warning appears that if you want to delete this layer, you click in yes. If you don't want this warning to bother you, just click in don't show again, okay? I don't know why, but I like it better when I drag my layers. Another thing you can do is that you can create groups. So I'm going to click on my first layer, I'm going to press Shift, and then I'm going to click on the last layer. This way I can select all of my groups from a list at the same time. You can also click in one or press Command so you can select them one at a time. And then you click here on the folder to create a group. You can rename the layer, and you can put purple things, and you will be able to, if you click in this arrow, you can open them and you will be able to see what's inside those layers. Okay, I'm going to undo this process. Now, you may notice this eye over here. Maybe I want to work with the geode, but I don't want to get distracted by these other two. But I don't want to delete the layers, right? So what we can do is to click on this little eye icon so I can hide the images, work with the geode, but I am not going to delete the layers. If I want to appear them again or to make them visible again, I just need to click on the little eye, the icon eye. Okay, another thing that you can see here on the layers panel is the opacity. This is another feature that we are going to use a lot in class. So I can lower the opacity so it can blend better with the images or the layers that are below that one. Okay, so for now, that's what we are going to be doing, placing images and rotate them if we want to, and organize them by layers. Okay.